Alright, so I'm going to be doing a VOD review of your Coastline game, point out what you kind of fucked up with, what you did well, what you need to improve on. So, yeah, I'll get this started now.
Level, yeah. Don't have Lake on. Lake close.
Okay, so let's start with this. First, you're playing Coastline. Thermite is not a good pick here. On most other maps, Thermite is a good pick. However, there is really only one site he's useful for, and Hibana does the exact same job that he does, while she also can be more beneficial on other sites as well. So overall, if you want to run a hard breacher, then run Hibana, don't run Thermite. And this is like one of the only maps that you actually hear that. Well, not one of the only maps, but this is one of the only maps you can hear don't run a hard breacher at all. Because even at the pro level, they won't run hard breachers because they aren't really necessary. A lot of the time you attack and defend and you don't have to open up walls. So that's the main thing about that. Then I'll go on to the other picks. So I'm guessing you might be the level 26, I'm not sure. But so I'll try and go over all the details about the different operators on this map. So IQ, she can be a very useful pick here. It really just depends on whether or not the enemy team is running a lot of utility. If they're running like Echo, Valkyrie, Alibi, Legion, then she's a great pick. However, if they don't run those operators, then she's kind of wasted with her gadget, and there's other people that are better. Buck, so I don't think Buck is very good on this map at a low level play, because most Bucks don't play vertically well enough for them to really be effective, and it'd be better for them to bring someone like Nomad, who can get her mind set up on runouts and kind of bait the enemy, because at this level people like doing just aggressive stuff and she punishes them very well. Then Thatcher, I mean, he's kind of an all-around good operator, and I mean, you can't really say it's bad to have a Thatcher. There are better operators like Nomad in this case, but it is what it is. Then Twitch, she can be very good because they buffed her, so she can now destroy Maestro cams, which is huge for the offense, since normally you'd have to waste explosives, and if they got caught by a Jaeger device, then they'd be useless. So, I mean, and then she does have the best gun in the entire game, so that's Twitch. And then Thermite, who really not the best on this map, but better to go Hibana, but I mean, is what it is.
Just nuke, I guess.
So let's just move in.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
I'm doing fine. Doing fine.
La rêveur. Hello.
You got a French name? Do you speak French?
Nah, bro.
Because it's.
Alright, so one thing, this Twitch drone is just about to run her drone into the site. This is bad on her part because Twitch, that's half her utility if it gets spotted. And she has a very powerful gadget. She can destroy Maestros, Miras, Jaeger devices, bandits, every alibis, legions, and she can do all of that from safety. So by putting her drone at risk, that's putting a large amount of her utility at risk. So that's bad on her part.
I hate French people, so it's
Yeah, bro. When I it's just like there's that shit above the E for you.
So this is good on your part. You said, okay, we know the objective, we know where they're going, so now we can just save the drones, get them into better positions. Now this is bad, you shouldn't have put the drone back into the building. There's no reason for that. And also, you saw that the bomb site is on the opposite side of the map from where you are right now. Because of that, you're spawning in the completely wrong area, because now you're going to have to fight through the spawn kills that are pretty common here. Let me see if I can go back enough. Okay, so here you have to deal with the spawn kills of this window right here shooting down into this area. You have to deal with the main door spawn kills. There's a big window here you can spawn kill from, and there's a door right here you can spawn kill from. So all in that, there's a total of 4 different spawn kills you have to watch out for, with really this one being common, this one being common, and both of these being used at times. So, however, if you went to different sites, then you'd still have to deal with spawn kills. However, it's easier to react with them because you don't have 4 in close proximity at different levels.
Should write it like this. Wait, now I'm gonna write it. I can't even write it. I got an English keyboard.
Fuck
Oh my god, Dreamer, why?
Dream about this.
Sorry, bro.
I'm gonna dream a lot.
Gonna have nightmare about it.
Alright, so not sure what exactly you're doing with your settings right here, but basically what I can say is if you want, basically turn anti-aliasing, anti-aliasing, you want this off, so it's going to be moved to the right. Then you want no zoom in depth of field. You want everything on low except shadow quality, which you want on mediums. That gives you the best advantage when it comes to playing the game, because everything on low just makes it so there's a lot less clutter, and it's easier to see the enemy. And then, however, you put shadow quality on medium, because that still lets you see the enemy's shadows. And there are areas where you can actually see their shadow as before they're peeking, and because of that, you can pre-fire. So that's why you have that on. And now they require a map
luggage
reload.
right now. He's just crouching there. Speaking.
And now,
Back.
this is the next thing. So, you spawned. I'm pretty sure Thatcher tried to just run into the site through the main door. Well, not through site, but into the building. One thing I will always reiterate is never enter randomly. If you enter randomly, you're just going to get picked apart. And that's one of the main differences I see between high-level and low-level players. A high-level player is going to be methodical with what they do. They're going to figure out how they can best win in a situation, and they're going to refine that over and over again. They're not going to be saying, okay, let's just enter randomly and hope for the best. Because, I mean, the Thatcher did that, and he got gunned down. So now it's a 4 versus 5, 30 seconds into the round, and Thatcher was literally useless.
Luggage. Still in luggage.
But let me tell you this. The Twitch was directly next to you, and you went to hold the same angle she did. There is no reason for that. If you are trying to hold the exact same angle that she is, then nothing's going to be accomplished, because you're literally wasting a body at that point, because you can be doing a lot more. You can be helping in other areas. However, Twitch then gets gunned, and I don't even know how she gets gunned. I really don't. Yeah, she just gets gunned. I'm not sure where that came from.
Oh, termite, come on, man.
Theater at Ella.
Okay, so that right there is bad on the. Is kind of why I say don't enter randomly, and also it's not common for somebody to be holding down in this area, because you can get shot from where you are right now. However, the Twitch, Rainbow Six is a game about angles. So you need to be, even if somebody 9 out of 10 times isn't going to be holding an angle, you still need to be able to clear them because of that one time that they're not. So Twitch didn't clear this angle and just looked straight here, and because of that she died. And that's it. That is literally it. She decided, oh, no one's going to hold right here. I've never seen that happen before. And, well, guess what? She didn't clear her angles, and she dies.
Oh, termite, come on, man.
Theater at Ella.
And somehow he blames you, and I don't know why. And so, yeah, and so here's basically the story of entering randomly. You had 2 people enter randomly. They got gunned. You just heard the Buck say Ella's in theater. Why Buck is in theater on the opposite side of the map, I don't know. So really, I can't tell you what exactly they're doing. They, if I got these types of players in my games for ranked, I would say they are throwing. I would be, the moment that they start doing this, I would be micromanaging them. I'd be saying, can you do this? Can you do this? And go here, and go here. Because I've run into players like this before who think that they can just walk in and win a gunfight, and they get domed each time. And so you have to, in the types of situations like this, it's hard as a newer player. And I'm assuming you're a newer player. If you're not, then you kind of ignore this. But, well, don't really ignore it, but it's not as much meant for you. But you have to kind of learn how to become a strat caller. You have to know how to take command of your team in a bad situation and try and have them come back on top. Some of the best, like, in all honesty, there are pro league teams which are bad at it, where they lose a game or they don't qualify for something they should, and they get disheartened because of that, and they have no one to bring them back because they wallow in their own self-pity for a while that it ends up just screwing them over in the long run. There was actually a team who literally today, their Team Secret, they were a European Pro League team that came from Challenger League. They, in the end, I think that they were a team that kind of got screwed over a little bit, where a few of the members got kicked off of teams, or they like split. However, they only had like two of the three people they needed, so they just got kicked out of Pro League. And so they went and they made a team, and they crawled back through Challenger League, and I don't think they dropped a single map during that entire I think it may have been 6 months of that. So 6 months of playing and not dropping a map in Challenger League is huge. And today they got relegated because they played this entire season disheartened, and were literally the second worst team, barely coming above the 8th place team. So this is kind of like something you have to learn how to do, where you have to learn basic strats and how to kind of manage your team, because if in this situation you're not going to win, it's 2 versus 4. And you have a chance. However, in my opinion, you're not going to win it so long as the enemy plays half decently. And because of that, it's just become harder. You're not going to win. Like 2v4, there's no logical reason for you to win unless the enemy basically throws. So you basically just have to be saying at this point, okay, we have 2 minutes left. I'm just going to talk with my team. I'm going to sit my ass on this roof, and I'm just going to talk. And we're going to be like, okay, guys, we just lost that. We got gunned the fuck down because we entered randomly. Would you guys be like, just like, let's shake it off. We're going on to defense next round. Where would you like to go? And what setups would you like? Does anybody want to, like, a specific operator being run to support them? Things like that. Because if you're getting gunned and you lose, and you lose around dominantly, that sucks, and it does affect you mentally. So it's situations like these where you kind of have to almost bring your team together. You have to bring 4 other people you don't know together and try and just talk to them calmly. Never go and like try and blame something on someone. Just say, okay, next time can this happen or that happen before this happens. Like in this one, I'd be saying, hey, next time can we spawn on the one during the prep phase when you saw the drone, when you saw where the objective was, you should have made a call to your team. Hey guys, can we go spawn? Hey guys, switch your spawn. They're over on the west side, and your team wouldn't be entering randomly, and you wouldn't be down in a 2 versus 4 situation because 2 people enter randomly and a Twitch doesn't check an angle. I mean, really, you literally were just changing your graphics, and bam, your entire team is dead a minute in. Okay, what are you going to do with that drone? How is that drone going to help you win? Whatever information you get, you are not going to be able to react to it in time. See, now you have a chance of reacting to the
It was
information.
theater last time I saw her.
However,
I think she's still there, man. No, I'm not sure.
yeah, good shot there.
Nice one.
Okay, you're exposing yourself to the door right now as you're hitting it. If you want to open a door or a window, shoot the damn thing. If by hitting it, you're just exposing yourself to somebody to hit a nice shot. Like, I love it when shields come and bash open doors because I play aggressive on them and time it so after their second hit, when they're going for the third, I peek them, their shield is down, I gun them. And if somebody plays off of that with you, you're going to get gunned. You should not be droning right now. Your body, you are not safe where you are. If I heard you get on your drone and I was playing near you, and I would hear you get on your drone, I'd be running out and I'd knife you. It's the freest kill of my life.
Someone the stairs. Ah, okay, no. Retreat to me, my bad.
And now, this IQ. This IQ is crouch walking through the opposite end of the building, nowhere near sight. If she came and backed you up exactly where you are, like just rappel to the roof, drop down the same way you did, you would have a chance. Because right now you're actually in a winnable position if you can get the plant down. So, yeah, that's really it. Because if you set this drone that you have as a flank drone, if you had set yeah. If you set this dang, hold on, someone's stuck in my throat. Okay, so if you want to set that drone down, you want a flank drone basically. You need the IQ to come support you, and you both need to go frag hunting so that you can try and get that plant down. However, you also you have no way of watching your back because you're gonna have to. Once I get an angle, I'll show you. Okay, so that was bad on the castle's part because he wasn't holding an angle on your door and nobody was backing him up. And then he played aggressively and tried to peek you because, oh, you got concussion, therefore you're a free kill. Well, you're not. You're not a free kill. So that castle right there just fucked up. One, he shouldn't even be playing that position because it's stupid as all hell. However, he is, and in the end, like that, it was just a stupid position to play. So then next person peeks you. So this is what I'm talking about with ranked. A lot of people play aggressively, and the people you're going up against are not playing smartly. And that's why you took it from a 2v4 into a 2 versus 1, all because everybody wanted to peek you. The Doc was holding an area he shouldn't have. The Castle was holding an area he shouldn't have. And the Valkyrie crouch peeks you, and you just hit your shots. Like, really, that was just the enemy literally throwing themselves in front of you, saying, here, come hit me. Like, come shoot me. Come shoot me. Freest kill of your life. I don't want to win. But now, on to basically the way... Now, let's say the enemy isn't throwing. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get a plant down, because you have time on your side. 40 seconds is more than enough time. Basically, so long as that's not around the 10 to 15 second mark, you have time. So what you want to do is you want the IQ to back you up and to move right about here, where she's going to hold an angle down this direction while you plant the bomb right here behind A. If you go up to here, face backwards, you can put the bomb down and you're in cover from all the way around here. So they're going to have to run out to kill you, at which point the IQ can gun them. But you're going to need a flank drone on the doorway over here to your right, And I don't mean literally on this doorway. No, I mean it needs to be down the hallway so that IQ right here can react in time and actually react to the information. Because if someone is in that hallway, this IQ's dead. She can't be holding this angle and this angle at the same time. So that's kind of what you need to have happen. That's if the enemy decides they just want to play stupidly. And then you get killed as you just get peeked. Alright, so one thing is if you get downed and you can see the enemy where they're shooting you from, you ping that. Because saying, okay, he's over there versus if I have a big marker, and let's go yellow. If I have a big marker right there that says, yo, this is where I'm getting shot from, right here, right there, then I'm going to know exactly where to aim. So that just helps your team a lot when it comes to response time, because it's a lot easier to go for like an area you can see rather than one you have to try and remember exactly. Because if you say, oh, she's in the other bomb site, well, let's see, I need to go down. So, okay, so if you say they're in the other bomb site, I'm not sure exactly what your call out was, I didn't hear it, then I'm gonna have issues with that call out, because sometimes there's a rotate hold there, sometimes it's here, sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there. Maybe they then have kill holes or something set up. That's 4 different angles I have to check. However, by putting a ping, it changes it from an entire bomb site to a spot. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. That Ella should not be peeking. Please do not go for the plant. There we go. Alright, so that was partially good and partially bad. So the reason why that was good and bad is you're trying to fight an Ella. And Ella has one of the best close range weapons in the game. So trying to take a close range fight, like if this Ella, she played this very poorly. She should not have been hiding in this corner here. She should have been trying to take the fight with the IQ. Like 3 seconds left, you can easily get the kill. Like there's still 3 seconds on time. 3 seconds is a lot of time when it comes to only 5 feet. So overall, that was basically just you had basically 3 idiots on your team who decided that two of them decided they wanted to enter randomly, and they got gunned because of it, and they acted surprised that the enemy wasn't just holding sight, and then the Twitch decides not to clear some common-ish angles, and she gets gunned because of it. So you're in a 2 versus 5. And then, however, they decide... So basically... Let's see. Oh, I have lots of colors. I didn't even know that. That's nice. Okay, so let's begin with this. For some reason, Ella decided not to put a mine on the doorway you entered from, even though that is one of the most common areas to enter from. Then Echo decided to hold in a stupid spot, even though he is Echo. Then Doc decided, hey, my buddy just got gunned from this area. I'm going to go there as well. And he gets gunned. Then Jaeger... I'm trying to remember when you killed Jaeger. I actually cannot remember when you killed Jaeger. Yeah, I can. But then, I believe this was Valkyrie, she decides to peek you instead of playing passively. Literally, if one of these people decided to play more passive, you probably would have lost that. You probably would have lost. Mainly because, I mean, threw away their life, and just played it poorly. But basically, you had 3 people on the enemy team who threw. Alright.
You wanna be my friend?
Can I send? You can meet up. Where do you live? East Coast, West Coast?
I live Chicago.
Oh, okay, but we can come to Montreal.
Or are you a
then.
Blackout fan? Are you a
I come
Blackout
up my
fan?
window.
Am I a Blackhawks fan?
Yeah, are you a Blackhawk fan?
Blackhawks.
Better not be vegan.
Blackout.
I'm not huge into
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks. Yeah. I heard you.
But not Blackhawks. Fuck
You're my man, and I'm a Blackout.
I'm
fan, and
confused by
from
what's
Montreal.
going on. So let's go over the operator lineup. Alright, so basically, Valkyrie. Valkyrie's a good choice. Her gun is kind of subpar, but if you can hit headshots with it, it's a good gun. And then her utility is also really good because she lets you see basically whatever you want to see, and then also has a nitro cell which you can use for whatever you want. Legion. Overall, he is a very good operator. He excels at nothing, but is kind of like a jack of all trades. So if you ever just don't know who to go, Legion's usually a good pick. Pulse, normally a good pick. However, most people don't play him correctly and instead play him like he's almost a bandit, where you have to hold on the same level as them, even though his goal is literally to provide intel to your team because he can see through walls with his scanner, and then play vertically by playing below because he can nitro cell up. However, most pulses don't do that, which is kind of annoying. Okay, Echo. Very good operator. The issue is that if your team gets gunned too easily, or basically your team gets gunned, if you die too early and you leave them all alone, there's nothing you can do. And a bad Echo that plays over aggressive like the one you saw last round is also useless. Then Mozzie. Mozzie is honestly, in my opinion, a terrible operator because he doesn't really bring much to the table. He can do really nothing because you can get a drone. You can technically get, I think, 2, maybe 3 drones. However, you're almost never gonna you normally at best will get 1, maybe 2 if you're lucky, but normally 1. And so his overall utility isn't gonna be the best. Then his his guns aren't the best either, so it's not like you're bringing a Jaeger or Bandit who have good guns. And his utility is not there, and he has a shotgun, sure, but if you bring Maestro, then you get the shotgun secondary as well. So really, overall, the Mozzie is kind of just a bad pick all around.
In Montreal.
I'm going to tell you that camera's not going to do too much because it's it's basically a black sphere right here. That's what it's going to look like. And they're going to be like, huh, wonder what that circle blue glowy eye thing is. So instead, if you really want to be effective with Valkyrie cams, you have to throw them in areas where they're either not going to be looked at or they're going to be hidden. For example, you throw it right here and get behind these bushes or behind the tree, the limbs of the tree, you can literally just spot everyone around you and they're never going to find it because it's going to be shielded. There's some trees on console which are like that, which I like throwing throwing my cameras into, because I've done it for a very long time. However, people still don't know about them because it's just so well hidden. Alright, so Mozzie gets a kill, but then is instantly traded, which is kind of, like, it's kind of meh. It's like you got a kill, sure, but then you died, so you're not really helping the team too much. It's not like that was their top fragger or something, or like that was your Hibana on Clubhouse and your only hard breacher, so really that's questionable. Like, yeah, I mean, he got the kill, sure, but he then died, so his team is equalized. He didn't really do anything to get your team ahead. You want to be trying to get your team ahead in every situation you can, not get them equalized. The only time you're trying to equalize is if you're down. At which point, once you equalize, you then...
Sledge?
Yeah, once you equalize, then you try and get ahead. Anyway, if a minute has passed, you don't want to be breaking windows. You really don't want to be breaking windows because it just tells the enemy where you are. If somebody was outside of VIP, they would know you're there. They'd be getting on a drone right now, and they would drone you. And you're on you're on cams, so they would drone you out, see you, and they just open up the window and gun you because you were holding in a very bad position. Like, the angle you're at right here is just is exposed to the window, and you're just gonna get shot from it. You can't hold anywhere inside of VIP safely. The only arguable spot is this little corner right here. However, that's really it, and you can still get shot from the doorway over here to the right. So really, there's nowhere. Like, maybe if you put a shield up right here, and you then play this corner, but that's really it. You cannot play inside of VIP. It's one of the reasons why Penthouse is disliked as a bomb site, because the attackers can take this room just from this one window. They can then walk in, thermite the wall behind you, and now they have access to the site. If you're going to be doing runouts, do runouts based off of information. Random runouts do not help you at all. They will get you gunned, and they'll just get you killed. And the moment a team realizes you're just doing them, they'll put claymores down. So really, there was no reason to do that runout with no information. And now, if there were enemies out there, and you knew there were enemies out there 100% because you saw them on cams, then sure, go for it. But really, at that point, there wasn't too much you were doing that was good, because let's say that there was a claymore there, you're going to go down. Because, I mean, people run out of that window all the time. I'd put a claymore there. So they put a claymore there, you're now downed or dead. So no one on your team is going to be able to pick you up. You're going to die. So now it's a 3v3. The enemy team equalized, and you're the best fragger on your team. So you need to be taking fights which you can win, and that's kind of just a random, I hope someone's out there, but if they're not, then I can easily screw over my team.
Yo, 2 guys in stairs. Two in stairs.
Great call out. Now, what stairs?
Yo, La Rêveur, you can run. Do it.
Right now you're exposing yourself to the roof of the... Yeah, you're exposing yourself to the roof. That's why a lot of people don't like to play the hallways. Primarily because... Oh, damn it. Primarily because this hallway right here, you can get shot from up here. And this hallway over here, you can get shot from the side that you're on. So, really, there's no real... Like, if you go into this doorway, which you're doing, you can get shot from here. There are angles here. There's angles on, well, this side right here. So you're just exposing yourself, which is another reason why people don't like to play inside a VIP, because there's no real way out.
Okay, run. Do it. Upstairs. Nice.
And now you look a little lost with what you want to do. So even if, let's say you know no one's on the roof, if they're coming up the stairs right here, you're gonna have some little stairs coming down like this. Bam, here are your stairs. Gotta go up it. So in order to, if you want to stop this, go play right here, because you have a shelf right here which looks something like this, if I remember correctly, and you have like basically only your head's exposed, so you can just shoot down the stairs and you can back up the Elysian, and Pulse is already playing below, so you have a crossfire now on them. So that's if you know that they're all on stairs, or that you know that the roof is safe.
That was diffuser on stairs.
Okay, so this was bad because, one, it's bad because you kind of look lost in what you're trying to do. You don't look like you have a good reaction of this. 2, well, I'm talking about this roof thing, but you can easily get shot in this area right here. And right here, if you're really this entire, all of this, you can easily get shot from the roof. Then
That was diffuser on stairs.
you have this pixel, you have not pixel, but you have this area right here, which gives you an area on the stairs, and it gives it to you safely. However, instead of utilizing that, you just swing out. But the thing is, here's your gun, right here. Your gun's not in a good position to react. If somebody was right here holding an angle on you, you're dead. This is kind of just bad when it comes to your overall like game sense. And then you run into a room trying to throw a nitro cell and get gunned because of it. Let's see if I can go back. Alright, so you come in. You're running in. You peek the stairs, thinking you got the call out their stairs. You don't notice Echo's already on stairs, and you expose yourself through this hole right here to the door, to anybody holding here or here or here from this door. So really, this is over aggression on your part, where instead of attacking smartly, you're just exposing yourself to different angles, which you shouldn't be. And then you get gunned because of that. See, this entire door is open. You're lucky someone wasn't holding an angle. Now, normally the way you combat this is you have this wall right here reinforced to allow you to play the position you're at, and you also have this half of the wall reinforced. So those are the 2 reinforcements you get, and then you get a rotate hole right there. That's kind of the basic setup for this site that allows you to still contain some of hallway without having to worry about all of this getting opened up. However, then you start peeking stuff. You're peeking stuff. You run in to throw a nitro cell, and then good old Zofia, who should have been holding an angle already, swings out from the doorway. So you're either gonna die to her, and then Ash stands up and you get gunned down because of it. So you're now downed, and your team is now in a 2 versus 2 situation.
One's outside.
And then Legion decides to go over aggressive and peek, even though there's no reason to. Remember, your goal is to defend the bomb site. You don't have to go for frags. You just have to stop the bomb from going down. That's it.
Last one's on balcony, river. There's one injured.
One is down Ash.
There's a, it's a 1v1. Unless he picked
The
him
other
up.
one is down in stairs.
Alright, so I don't know why Pulse doesn't have his nitro cell. That is the... It's kind of one thing he needs, and then...
He's down outside your window.
Going stairs, going stairs.
And then he's lucky that that wasn't a good Zofia, because if that Zofia was good, she would have ran, got into the... jumped on top of pool table, planted the bomb there,
Like,
and even if Pulse had a nitro cell, that's a spot that is a spot that she can be safe from.
going stairs, going stairs.
They had the feed, I don't think they had feeder.
In stairs,
Downstairs,
stairs.
downstairs.
Yeah, she's reviving and taking diffuser right now.
Oh,
Alright, so basically that's the story of the Pulse wasted a nitro cell and didn't play, like, with a Pulse, if he had no reason to really take that fight. And I'm not sure why the Zofia did this either, but Zofia should have just gone to diffuser and went to plant. And the Pulse should have been playing underneath, waiting for the plant to go down to shoot through the floor. So overall, the Pulse played that kind of poorly, and so did the Zofia. In all honesty, most of the team played it poorly.
wait, when you guys said they were down, right? That's my fault. I didn't take
No,
action
that's good.
on
That's
that.
good. You tried. Nah, it's honestly it's on me because I tried to pull that. I should have fucking stayed on my ass. Down and wait.
We got this round. We got this round. I'm
Yeah,
not
we
gonna
got
die.
I farted in my brain.
Okay. So overall, this is a decent setup. Mainly though, if you dropped the Thermite for a Hibana, and then, I mean, you can keep the Thatcher, but if since people aren't really running nades, the Thatcher isn't useful to clear out ADSs, and since there's no real, you really aren't going to be opening walls with the Thermite, it's better to go someone else other than Thatcher. And then you're going Twitch, I'm guessing, for the fragging ability,
Guy with an eye.
and you're top fragging, so you can do whatever the hell you want. Alright, so you have a Twitch drone. There is no reason for you to be exposing it like this. Like, this is 50% of your utility that you just risked for 10 health off an echo.
Yo guys, breach VIP or theater.
Yeah, you want to breach VIP. Alright. Right now you're exposing yourself to this door. It doesn't matter if Thermite's here, you always check this angle, because you don't know what's going through Thermite's head. You don't know if he just ran and somebody just missed him or something. So you can get gunned down right from here. Like, they're pulling out your pistol gets you there faster, yes. However, you got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. You don't need 2 minutes and 50 seconds to take this site. You need like 2 minutes max. So you don't need to be wasting. You don't need to be trying to risk your life go fast.
Kitchen guys, sorry.
So Rondi decided he wants to go through kitchen. Now this is the one site that thermite can actually be useful on. And the thermite just goes and dies. It's still winnable, but this is just stupid from the thermite because he tried to enter randomly when instead he should have just been putting a claymore down and everybody goes VIP. Like that's it. That's all that needed to happen. But instead, you are now in a man disadvantage once again at 2.5 minutes in, all because thermite doesn't know a basic attack. And then it looks like your entire team is rotating to do their own thing, and this is bad because there's no need for it. You're deciding that you want to enter randomly through hookah, even though. Oh, hold on, I need to cough again. Even though there's no reason for it, because what are you gonna do from here that you're not gonna do from just taking VIP instantly? So you're gonna walk through hookah, expose yourself to cool vibe stairs. You're gonna expose yourself to hookah. You're gonna expose yourself to pool table. You're gonna expose yourself to the hallways. You're gonna expose yourself to 90. You're gonna expose yourself to VIP. However, instead, you could have just gone repelled outside of VIP, shot the doc, because he was there to run out. He was there to take a gunfight. You could have killed him. And because of that, it's kind of just a questionable play on your part. So you at least get into a good position and start droning. You completely missed the area behind the area behind that little bar right over here. There can be people holding in here. You don't know if this room is clear. You don't. Now you completely ignore pool table. People roam at pool table. You also completely ignored cool vibe stairs. So that's just bad droning on your part. You then go back to pool table, but you kind of realize that, oh, I need to check if this is clear. But now is cool vibes clear? You don't know. You also don't know if VIP isn't clear anymore. So you drone for VIP. You enter the site. Well, you don't even enter site. You're still going for the gunfight on the dock. You're exposing yourself to 90 right now. Some people like to play this corner right here. You can safely play it. If they heard you, they'll swing out and kill you. You then go to take a gunfight on the dock. Doc is in a stupid position because he doesn't know how to actually play this site, which now puts your team into a 3 versus 4. Bandit is not as frosty. You miss. This is what happens when you play at 3000 DPI. So you hit some shots on Jaeger, who has no reason to be there, because it's it's just a bad positioning on his part. And now you're in a 2 versus 1 situation for, I think, a 4 versus 3, because the enemy team decided to overextend and expose themselves to a team entering randomly instead of just hunkering down in sight. And then Castle peeks you and you get the kill. Like, really, this is just... Your enemy team is just playing absolutely terribly. This is, like, they're running into your line of fire. Like, Doc gets droned multiple times, ignores it, and gets gunned because of it. Jaeger decides he wants to play inside of this hallway, even though, for some reason, there is a sprinting Twitch running around, and he gets his kill, that's for sure. But I mean, he still gets gunned because he's in a terrible position, and then Castle decides to peek, even though you have to jump this. You have to jump this shield. So if he holds right here, you have to jump it. You don't know if he's right or left, and he can at least try and get a kill. But instead, he decides, I'm gonna peek. I'm gonna peek the best fragger on the enemy team, who's using the best gun in the game, and show an angle which he's gonna be pre-aiming already.
Aquatic!
I
Look at this! Look at this! It's my my friend. He's my friend.
Yeah, we're best friends. I love you.
Really, this is just the enemy team is throwing, and they are throwing hard. They do not know what they're doing on this map. They,
You guys want to try playing us?
like, I think that these guys are, like, these guys are like bronze or something, in my opinion. Like, if they have a rank above bronze, then I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Well, they probably do, but because the ranking system's complete ass. But the enemy team you're going up against is terrible. They don't know what they're doing. They really don't, and they're just over aggressively peeking everything. And there's
Should I
no
go with
reason
the
for it.
shoddy or the
For what?
I'm gonna be playing first floor.
You pick the ump.
I mean, I would always go UMP, but it's pretty bad, so I don't know.
Fuck it, yeah, UMP.
Okay. So let's go look over the operator's selection. So let's begin with Pulse. He said, I'm gonna go play below. Holy shit, this Pulse actually has 2 brain cells. It is amazing. Like, it has been a long time since I've seen a Pulse, like, with more than half a brain cell. Like, most of them just know how to run around and shoot. And they don't even do that too well, but hey, they found their mouse button at least. Alright, so then Mira. Mira is honestly kind of necessary on this site. You need to be able to look into sight and contest it through the mirror windows if you want to be able to hold it. However, yeah, well, not really however. Well, actually, yes. However, you have to know which mirror windows to put down. If you have the wrong mirror windows, you're going to fuck over your team. Legion overall is just a good operator. On this site, it'd probably be better to go... it'd probably be better to go to Maestro or Echo because it lets you contest plants without having to expose yourself. And then you have Bandit, who he's gonna be trying to stop the wall from getting opened, and that's good. And however, it's also against a half decent team. Bandit's gonna be a useless pick because they're gonna find a way to destroy the bandits within about a minute, so the wall is gonna get open no matter what. And then you go Doc. Doc is a fragging operator. However, you're hitting your shots, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can literally tell all these people, yo, you guys go recruit and just kill yourselves get on cams, and that is honestly like acceptable enough coming from you because you're just fucking the enemy team, and you're doing it with no help from yours.
Bandit's out?
What?
I did not know Bandit was out.
Yes, Bandit is
Oh
out.
my god, let me suck you off right now.
Alright, I understand Bandit's cool, but yeah, get your reinforcement set up.
It's my job to stuck people. Fuck you.
Alright, so let's talk about this cam. This cam is terrible. And I will explain why once I get done texting someone. Okay, so this game is terrible for multiple reasons. From this big window, and this doorway, you can control all of VIP. You cannot play inside of VIP. So, knowing that, what is this camera going to do? They're going to see this cam, and they're going to be, oh god, guys, what are we going to do? What are we going to be able to do? Because we can't enter this hallway now. We can't enter it because we can't hold this door. We can't hold this door. Oh, wait, yes, we can. We can just walk in and just go, oh, what's that? Doc decided to just throw away his cam. Fantastic. Enter, smash. All right, let's go do our thing. Like, the cam's gonna be gone. There's no way to protect it, and also there's no way to play off of the information from it. So let's say that you're playing, because you're not gonna be playing in this side of this hallway because you're gonna get gunned from the roof if you do. So you can't play this door right here. So you can't play that door. You shouldn't be playing right here because Doc played there last round, and their Doc got gunned by you, so you should know not to play there. You can't be running all throughout the penthouse because there's a giant-ass window right there that if they're smart, they're going to rappel on and kill you if you do. And there's also... Then you also have a door right here and a window here, so you can't play anywhere around this site. You can't play anywhere around this bulletproof cam. So you're wasting your camera here getting useless information because the enemy can just destroy it and you have no way of contesting it. So overall, you just threw away your cam. Oh, and you... Okay, please don't put it back down. Please don't put it back. Come, you... God damn it. You had hope. You had... Like, I just went on like a 2 to 3 minute rant about this cam, and then I see you. You're picking this thing up. You're about to be the hero that's gonna save my brain cells. But what do you do? What do you do? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. Alright. Alright, I go on my little rant. Let me go back a little bit. I go on my rants. Rant is finished. Now, I realize, I hear you, Kojo. I will put this cam somewhere else. I understand that this camera is now in a bad spot, and because of it, I'm going to change it so that I can help my team win. So I'm going to put it right up here at head level. They'll never see this coming. If I'm not gonna lie, if I would probably just want to dome you, and if your teammates all right now came around you and just started roasting you and shooting you for that cam, I would not feel sorry, because that is a terrible cam. Like, it's just terrible. All right. All right. So now you're playing inside of VIP, even though there's a giant window that nobody seems to know how to contest. Buck doesn't know how to fight this. Like, this is... Okay. This isn't you doing good. This is the enemy team just being so dog shit at this game that you can do well. Like, I would love if you did this when I was playing over here, because I would just rappel up the side there, not even enter. Change my head positioning so you're not used to it. Get an angle on you and just kill you because you have no cover. Like, you can't play here. You can't. And I think Pulse just did a run out. Like, shit, that, like, I don't know what was going through Pulse's mind, but that... Okay, well... Pulse, like... I don't know what's going on with the brain cells of this team, but they're not there. Like, I think Pulse at this point had... I think he found his 2 brain cells, but once the round started, one of them went missing and the other one went looking for him. Because he got the idea, you know what, I'm going to go play below like a good Pulse. And then he decides, I'm going to run out and throw the one way I have of really contesting the enemy vertically. And I'm going to use that. I'm going to use my Nitro Cell. And bam. Now it's gone. That Nitro Cell is gone. And Pulse is now at 20 HP. Probably 10-15, but, you know. He's basically a one-shot. He has no Nitro Cell. He has a terrible gun. So, I don't know what Pulse is going to do. And then, that is from the roof that hole was made. Right, that's a blitz. Like, I don't know what that blitz... You should not be getting close to that doorway. And now you're exposing yourself to the big window. Like, holy shit, you are exposing yourself to the big window. I don't know what the enemy team is doing right now, but it is not good.
Oh, there's a claymore!
And there you go. You got killed from roof. Thank you. Thank you, Finka. Thank you for that. because that is why you can't play inside of VIP. Because you can get gunned from roof in about half those sites, and the Buck should have been able to kill you, but instead decided he wanted to use his skeleton key to open a window instead of just falling back, opening it safely, switching, droning you out, and then killing you. Like, if the enemy team said, okay, let's all just take VIP, bam, you're dead. You're gone. It's over. This Legion is searching for his brain cells right now. He is not finding them. That is such a stupid run out because I claymore that window. I claymore that window every single time because people love doing runouts on there. And it's a free kill. I love when they do that. It's a free kill for me. So, and they have no, and nobody's playing there. Like, no one on the attack was, and because of that, your team's just running all around. All right.
On roof, and the one is on the side.
VIP. Okay, so that was kind of stupid from the Legion. You're in a 3 versus 2 man advantage, and one decides to just be peeking underneath. He wants to be peeking right here, trying to look up to the roof for the Finca. That's really stupid. Because, I mean, you're not going to win that fight. I'm going to tell you this right now. You're not going to win that fight 9 out of 10 times. And then he decides to take a one-on-one against a Blitz. That Blitz wants a one-on-one, and the Blitz is terrible, but Finca just shot him in the back because she is on the roof. So that's just a bad play from Legion. So now your team is in a 2 versus 2. It's equalized, even though there is no reason for it to have. Bandit, you can get shot from the roof from this position. And, you know, good old Finca, who's literally on the roof. And the Mira's now in a 1 versus 1 situation. Like, Bandit got a kill, sure. And he also managed to kill the Blitz, but overall, that was just poor positioning from roughly half your team. So, Hydra, like, it's a Blitz. Like, you have to... You have to either just run away, or just you have to keep him at a distance and be able to hit your shots to kill him. And Hydra couldn't do that, so they're dead. Rondi decides he wants to take a one-on-one against a Blitz and hold inside a VIP, even though you can't, and gets killed because of it. Pulse decides to go over-aggressive with a run-out. He's just trying to do all the run-outs this round, and he dies because of it, so that his death is useless. Bandit clutches, so good on him, and then you die from the roof because you hold inside a VIP when you shouldn't. Like, VIP is not somewhere you can hold.
Nice.
Noise.
Alright, so let's see what happened. Nothing. Fantastic.
I should have never pushed that. I should have anticipated that claymore there.
Yes, Hydra, the girls are gay.
That's good.
Yes, Pulse, you shouldn't have pushed there. You shouldn't have run into a Claymore. Wow, who would have known? You also probably shouldn't have done a run out and just wasted your nitro cell. But hey, things happen. Alright, so let's look at operator setup. So, Rondi is going IQ. I really don't know why. Wait, actually, hold on. Is Rondi? No, it's Hydra's the guy who has 0 kills. Alright, so Hydra goes Buck. Buck is... Buck is a good operator, but if you don't play him correctly... Well, it's not play him correctly. If you can't hit your shots with him, then he's basically useless because his entire thing is he is a very flexible operator that can frag. Like, he has a large amount of soft destruction, he can destroy a large amount of stuff and kill people with his grenades, and he gets access to a above average gun. So he really is one of the best operators in the game. However, Hydra's 0 and 4. He's done nothing to help your team. He should be going like just some support operator. he should be going he should be going Blackbeard because he's not hitting his shots, and he needs help winning gunfights. So he goes Blackbeard. There you go. He can now probably win a fight, maybe 2 with that operator. So why he chooses Buck of all people, I don't know. Then we have Rondi on the IQ. That's good because you know they're running Echo, and you don't have to deal with that shit. Dokkaebi, because Dokkaebi's stupid and literally, like, she just gives a large amount of information. And if the Dokkaebi's half decent, then she'll be helpful. And then Nomad, who's completely broken, because I mean, you don't even have to hold angles. You can just wait until a charge detonates, peek out, get a kill, go back in, and bam, there you go. You got a kill. What the hell is up with, like, the gold chat? Like, I'm just reading this and it's just about how the girls are gay. Like,
Thanks, my dude.
Yeah, I love your accent, dude. It's so cool.
We're usually
alright, so one, your drone should not be here. You just left it in the middle of the main lobby, and someone walks down there, bam, your drone's gone, and there's 50% of your utility gone because of that. So
usually like English people tell us that we have bad English.
No, I can understand English fine. I understand. Like, people don't understand that it's not your first language, so, and they're just toxic about it.
And most of them only speak English.
Like, my dad, his second language is English. He still has, like, an accent even though he's been speaking for 20 years.
What's this mean English? What's this mean language?
What? Hydra?
What's his main language?
Oh, Arabic.
Where from?
Palestine.
Oh shit, Palestine, free Palestine, my brother.
Yes, yes. Just stop me.
alright, so you're kind of doing the same thing.
Doc's on
Doc, what the hell is Doc doing? He gets no kills from there last round and gets gunned, and he's in a 3. He's down 1-3. He needs wins, and he's deciding just to say he's just gonna get gunned again. Like, god damn. And then you're going to be going through hookah again, I bet.
Can someone come with me in the aquarium, please?
You see that cav they got there? Does that see the cav? Wait, are you? Alright, so you're trying to bait him out. Let me tell you why this is stupid. So, if you're trying to take a fight, you want to take the most unfair fight you possibly can. This is not an unfair fight. What you're doing is saying, I'm going to take a fair fight against you, Doc. I will literally stand still in the middle of the open and let you just peek me. What you should be doing in this situation, if you know Doc is playing there, is you rappel up here, and you can be going all around here where your head level is going to be in such an odd location. He will never be able to hit that, and if you can aim at head level, then bam, you win your fight. You're literally in front. Yeah, I heard that. Alright, this is not where the rappel you want to be is at. Like, you can't do anything here.
I'm so bad.
Alright, this is bad on your part. You're just face checking everything. You have drones, use them. Like, if you know their positioning, like, you don't know if the Doc's in VIP, you don't know if someone was holding that bomb right there. You don't know anything. And then Doc, yep, there you go. Doc's in VIP now.
Oh, he's upstairs. Watch out.
That is one of the shittiest callouts I've ever heard. He's upstairs, watch out. The site is upstairs. Half the map is upstairs. Oh god, that callout.
Give you
Alright, so this is just awkward on your part.
Damn.
And you get domed because of it. That's good. You should not have won that fight because you took a very bad fight. You should have just been rappelling up in the area I showed you, shooting open the window, and you could have won that fight because the doc wouldn't. The doc cannot outgun the F2. Like, you just can't. The F2 is just unstoppable. But overall, that was just a bad fight that you took.
He's gonna jump out. He's gonna jump out.
10 seconds left. Op 4 eliminated all friendlies.
So basically,
I should've
when the enemy team doesn't throw away their lives, they can actually win. And it doesn't help that your team is in the habit of just entering randomly. Like, literally, if you all enter VIP, have the Nomad play the big window and get Nomad charges on the big door and side door, get a Claymore underneath the big window, you win. You'll take site, you'll take VIP, you have Nomad applying pressure, you clear out the VIP, everyone's in theater now. You can have someone repel into VIP, you can have Nomad or whoever has the diffuser repel into VIP, not VIP, repel into penthouse sometime. You have Nomad on penthouse window and get a Claymore underneath that window. So you have her there. She Nomads the doors for runouts. So now the enemy team can't do runouts, and if they do, they get killed. Then you have whoever has the diffuser either drops bathroom, rushes in and plants underneath the Nomad, or just repels in the big window and plants, while you have the rest of your team just holding angles and pushing the site. Have one person hold the VIP flank and you win. However, instead, people gave one-on-ones, entered randomly, and it was over.
I thought they were near the door. It sounded like it, but that's why I peeked it. But fucking Jaeger caught me.
You're gonna 1v3 with 10 seconds. You ain't winning that. Okay, I'm actually curious what level you are because I have no idea. And you're just confusing me more and more. Aquatic? Okay, so aquatic toaster. I would highly suggest you don't actually do that. Not exactly the best. Okay, so you're basically a permanent gold at this point because you don't really know how to improve, which isn't surprising because people do things called playing like golds, and it's basically just basically playing like golds. So you're gonna have to change your play style to break through to the plat region, and I mean really that's a lot of it comes down to you have to learn how to play against proper enemies because you're doing well against these guys. However, these guys are honestly shit. I hope that wasn't your impact. Okay, 1, you're smoke. Don't run impacts unless you're impact tricking. 2, you have a shotgun. Why are you wasting an impact there? 3, that reinforcement isn't
Why
needed.
are you making that wall, bro?
Okay, so that
Wow.
No, you need to reinforce this one because they can get a long line of sight from the window.
I think that pool window was I think that the tarp was actually patched out, so I don't think you can get up there anymore. However, I think that's kind of that's not really too known anymore. However, I could be wrong about that. However, so I need you to turn around.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so basically, you want to reinforce this wall, and have a rotate hole over there. That's the basic setup you want.
Right here, bro.
What is that cam? If you're going to be doing this, do it from right here, because one lucky shot through here and you're going to get killed. And you also have an extra reinforcement right now, which kind of tells me you don't know where to set up at. Alright, so Hydra gets a kill. Hydra gets 2. Hydra gets 3. How the fuck does Hydra get 3 kills? He literally is like 0 and 4. They're just... Oh, God. Frosty, you're running Blitz. Shut up. Do not put a pre-play smoke. There's no point. Alright, so what happens when the enemy comes from any other direction? That smoke is useless. You have to detonate it. Hopefully not hurt your teammates. And then take the time to detonate it. Throw another one. And yeah, so pre-play smokes are a no-no. Okay. So, one, the angle you're holding is kind of stupid. Mainly because you have no cover and you're kind of giving the enemy a fair fight. Like, you're lucky that was a bad fuse who was rocking his pistol. If he was rocking his AK, you're dead. Because his AK is one of the best guns in the game, and he would have out-fragged you most likely because it's fully automatic, and you were using a semi-automatic... and instead he was using a semi-automatic weapon. And then he just runs in randomly, even though the site is upstairs, loses the diffuser, and now it's a 4 versus 1, and I swear, if you find a way to lose this, I'm going to be amazed. Like, I will actually be, like, somewhat in... I don't want more information. Okay, thank you.
Oh, what the hell?
Alright, this is good. Yeah, basically you have control of the diffuser. You just gotta hold. I'm not sure if you made a call out that you had diffuser though, so it's one thing. Echo just has no fucks to give at this point because it's a 4v1. Okay, what are you doing now? Like, I understand that's a 4v1, but you're holding in the middle of sight. There is no reason to be holding there. If he sprays open the door from kitchen, you're dead, because one of those bullets will hit you and you have 16 HP. So you are just not in a good position right now. You need to be playing that diffuser, not going for kills. You hold that diffuser, you win. It does not matter where the enemy does. He can gun down all 3 of your teammates, and so long, and like, he can be a hacker. He could toggle his aimbot and he can go off on your teammates, but so long as you hold that diffuser downstairs off site and he doesn't have it, you win.
Man, he's in the spawn. What the fuck?
In the spawn?
Do not open that door. Oh my god. Like, okay, I understand you have 10 seconds left and you're just thinking, we can't lose this. I assure you, there are ways that you can lose this. There are always ways that you can lose.
Fuck, almost shot at him.
This guy's such a bitch. He didn't even try.
So overall, you have decent mechanical skills like your aim. However, your overall game sense is not up there. And it shows because you're basically doing things that work at the gold level. However, when you go against people who aren't golds, they will punish you for that. So that's basically what I'm seeing. So for that, really what I would say is you have to go watch. You need to watch structured gameplay and understand why that happens. So I would say that mainly the thing you have to do is just go watch some Pro League games for each map and see what works for teams and what doesn't work. Like, you don't have to go and become a fan and watch every single match. However, doing that will help you tremendously. Like seeing how the best players play is what like seeing how they play and what works for them is what will work for you. Like, if you go 5 stacking with a strategy through just the gold level with a basic strategy in mind, you will hit plat within a week. Like, in all honesty, getting out of gold is a bit of a joke. Like, it really is. You just have to get not even 4 other people. You can get 2 to 3 other people who know what they're doing, are willing to work together, and you will win. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And you will hit plat. You will become significantly better. Like, the things the level you play at, you're not going to learn. So you're not going to learn high structure gameplay. Here, let me find this game for you. Actually, no, I actually did this. This is something I did. So here, Navi versus Secret on Clubhouse. So let's see, who's on attack? Okay, so this is kind of the structure I'm talking about. So they're trying to open this wall. Bandit's bandit tricking. Thermite's here. Hibana's coming down. Thatcher's here, and Zophia's here. So what's going to happen? What's happening here is the Zofia burns the ADSs with her with 2 of her mines, and she burns the Jaeger ADSs with her mines. She then uses her concussion mine to once Thatcher throws down his EMP, then Hibana will Hibana the right wall, Thermite will Thermite the left wall from their perspective. And here, let me draw. This will make it easier. So Thermite's going to open up this part of the wall. Hibana's going to open up this. Bandit then has to have a choice of either getting this or getting this. However, Zofia is going to send in her stun mines, which will interrupt the bandit's animation and make it so that it interrupts his animation, and he can no longer put down his bandit charge. So now both walls get open, and let's see if I can get I was talking more in depth about this, so here, perfect. Let's see, it just goes. Not sure why you're there. Actually, I know why he's there, but come on, give me this perspective. Here we go. So they Thermite opened the wall, Hibana at this side, and there was nothing that the bandit could do. That is structure. That is not something you're going to learn by playing at the gold level. You most likely would never think about using a Zofia in that position to interrupt bandit tricking. Like, I would never think about that. But this is what they do. This is something you just learned. And at a minute 20 in, they have the wall open for free. And the longer they play this match, the faster and faster they do it. I think at some point, 40 seconds in, they open up that wall. And there's a bandit tricking, and they don't have to use any nades. They don't have to risk any of their lives. And that's just something you have to learn by watching the higher level gameplay. So that's really it. Go watch some Pro League matches. Watch what works for them. Figure out what doesn't work for them, and that'll probably help you. And